I came down to Bournemouth to get off the booze, and I felt I was doing well, but getting cancer was not part of my plans. It was not part of the plans at all.
He'd had alcoholism for several years. He'd struggled with getting over that, and he'd done really, really well. He'd been given the diagnosis of diabetes. That's another thing that was worrying him. And then he had a third thing to deal with, which was this massive thing, the diagnosis of cancer. Difficult enough for him to deal with one, and he had three.
I was terrified. I put on a good act. I pretended that I'd accepted it well, but I'm afraid I didn't. I was terrified, very disillusioned, and I went and got sloshed.
I've had cancer 3 times, so what you go through when you have cancer is different for everybody, but it does give you a level of expertise whereby you can actually understand what other people are likely to be going through. You don't know definitely, but you have an idea.
The feelings on that particular day, to waking up with and realising through my hangover that I had cancer, it was very mixed emotions. Suicidal as well. I did feel like just let me die. Hello.
Hi Mike, it's Bob.
Okay.
When we first met, he was very nervous, he was confused, he had low self-esteem, he couldn't make decisions on his own, and he was terrified of any sort of bureaucracy, be it police, government, nurses, doctors, anything that involved form filling or speaking to somebody with a uniform, he was scared stiff of.
Yes. My life was taken over with the thought of cancer. I feel it's essential to talk to someone who has had similar experiences.
Oh, a biscuit would be fantastic.
Well, one of the first things I did with Mike was explain that I couldn't guide him, I couldn't give him advice, that wasn't what I was there to do, but I was there to help him, to support him, to help him understand the options that he had and the pros and cons for each option, so that would help inform him as to a decision that he could make, but that was his choice.
Cancer is a pretty worrying...
It is.
A very worrying experience.
Yeah. It's so complicated to get through as well, because there are lots of different treatment options that you don't understand. I remember that you were really quite worried about going to meet with doctors and going to hospitals and things like that. It's an alien environment, so at least I could help you with that by going along with you.
It's only now, after over a year, more or less, of treatment, that I'm feeling a little bit more confident about going for tests and my checkups.
Yeah. My objective was to ensure that at the end of the day, Mike could stand on his own 2 feet, and I believe he can do that now, and he's in a good place. Do you think about your cancer much, or is it all in the past now?
No, it's with me all the time.
Yeah?
With me all the time.
You still think about it?
It never leaves me. Every morning I'm waking up, it's a feeling of, I'm so blessed to be alive.
I get an enormous amount out of it, really. Emotionally, you know that you've helped somebody that's in a really bad place. Personally, you always learn something from each partner as well. It's a fantastic role to play, it really is.